Hi everybody, welcome. This is Marketing 440, Strategic Marketing. This is your capstone, your final marketing course for most of you. I'm Steve Brewer. I am going to be your instructor, and it's fine to call me Steve. The purpose of this video is just to give you a general overview of what you're going to be doing in the next 7 weeks. So, just quickly go through the different types of assignments you're going to be working on. You have discussion boards in weeks 2, 3, 5, and 6. They're probably a little bit different than what you're used to. You're by day 3 of those weeks, you're going to post something. There isn't a question that you answer. Instead, you create something and you post it. One week you create an infographic, another week you find an article and you review it. There's a Twitter one, there's an Instagram assignment. So the key is to really carefully read the instructions for that week because the instructions are very specific about what they want you to do. So by day 3, you're going to post something. By day 7, you're going to post at least one reply to somebody else. So a comment on somebody else's what they did, or and you could post many replies if you want, but you have to do at least one. So you're going to post something by day 3, post at least one reply by day 7. Okay, so, moving on. Week 1, you're going to do an individual case study. This one's about Best Buy, so you're going to read the case, and then your assignment is to create an 8-step case study about this case. So these are 8 steps from the American Management Association. I think some of you may have used the same model in other courses. If not, you'll need to pay really close attention to the instructions as it explains each of the steps. So you work through each of these steps about the Best Buy case. And this is individual. You're all going to do this by yourself. And this is due week 1, so we get started right away in this course. Then there is a group case. So these you're going to be in groups of usually no more than 4 people. And by the time you watch this video, I'm hoping that cases will have, groups will have been assigned. There's a groups icon, a link on the left side. You need to go to your group discussion board and start talking. This week you need to choose your case. There are 5 different cases to choose from. You need to pick one. You need to pick it says here pick a leader, but it's not really a leader. It's more like an editor. You need to pick somebody who at the end is going to be responsible for pulling the pieces together and then submitting it to me because only one person in the group is going to submit the case. So this week you choose a case, you pick an editor, and then you're going to create a group contract. And there's a template, so you just follow that template and then you just customize it for your group. Everybody, you're going to have the same group contract for the whole group, but everybody's going to submit an individual copy because that is your contract with your group and your contract with me. Then the actual case is due week 3. Just the editor submits that one. And so it's the same process, the same 8 steps as the Best Buy, but this is in a group and you get to pick your case. It's due week 3. You probably should get started as soon as you can. Okay, there's an individual marketing plan. You are going to pick a company and you're going to create a marketing plan for that company. I'll have more details in that individual week, but you can pick either a large or a small company. Week 2, you're just going to pick the company and that's all you're going to submit to me. It's just the name of the company and the name of the product if you're focusing on just one product. Maybe a little bit about why you chose it. But that's really all you have to do in week 2 is the company that you've chosen. Week 4, you're going to create a social media a promotional piece for that company. Week 5, you're going to create a presentation. This is about 10 minutes, so it has to have both audio and video. So Davenport is encouraging you to use, I think it's called Kaltura. It's a software that kind of creates, that records presentations. So you need to have slides and audio narration. And it's a little unusual in this course because you do the presentation first and then you do the written plan second. I'm not really sure why Davenport does it this way. It might be because doing the presentation first helps you to kind of think in more detail about your written plan and the best approach. So week 5, your presentation's due. Week 6, your actual written marketing plan is due. And there is basically you just follow an outline. Davenport gives you an outline and you just address each step in that outline for your company. And it will certainly, this assignment will challenge you. Then you have 2 more assignments due the last week, week 7. One is a reflection paper. They show you 5, and this covers the whole program, not just this course. You are shown 5 outcomes that Davenport wants you to have learned, accomplished through this program. And you write about each of those 5 outcomes, and for each one you either write, yes, I accomplished this outcome, and here's some examples to show why, or no, I didn't accomplish this outcome, and here's some examples to show why. The key there is to address all 5. A lot of students will only write about 1 or 2 or 3 of them, and that's, you do lose points that way. And then finally, there is an examination in week 7. It covers the whole program, not this course, the whole program. And so you can't really study for it unless you have all your textbooks, and I don't know how that would work. It's done by an outside company called Peregrine, and it is challenging. You should take it seriously because there are some points at stake on this. And you submit the, I don't get your results. The results go to you, and then you submit it to me. And this is used as part of our accreditation when we get the program accredited by an outside body. The data from this exam is one of the pieces that's used to show whether a program deserves to be accredited or not. So that's your final assignment. So you can see that this will challenge, that this course will be a challenge. Okay, this is a pre-designed course, which means that every section that is taught at Davenport is supposed to be exactly the same. So if you took this course in the classroom, if you take it online from me, if you take it online from somebody else, the assignments are exactly the same, the policies are exactly the same. I don't write the assignments in here. I just kind of coordinate your learning, and I do the grading. And this is a synthesis course. There really should be no new content. You should be, hopefully you will, everything we talk about you will have covered in a previous class. Here you're pulling pieces together. You're synthesizing what you've learned to do a final thing, to do really that marketing plan. That is supposed to be the culmination of the program. I encourage you to watch my weekly videos. I make a 10-minute video about each week, going into more details about the assignments for that week. Plus, I also talk about the chapters for that week, the learning outcomes for that week. And not everybody watches it, but I find that quite a few students do. And the students who do watch it tend to do better in the class. Now, I cannot prove that the videos cause them to do better, but there's a correlation there. So anyway, I would encourage you to watch those weekly videos. I follow a relatively lenient late policy, which I'm going to explain in a minute, but that means there are no deviations from that policy. No matter how good your reason is, I'll just say, okay, great, well, the late policy is in effect. And my computer didn't work is not an excuse. Everybody, at least one person this term, their computer will break. You need to either have a backup computer or be able to borrow a friend's computer, check out a laptop from Davenport, go to a computer lab at Davenport, I don't know. Go to somebody else's house, but you'll need some kind of a backup if your computer breaks. So late policy is written assignments are accepted up to 5 days past the due date. 10% is subtracted per day. So this is for written assignments. So this is your marketing plan pieces, your group case, your individual case, 10% per day. This does not apply to the exam, and it doesn't apply to discussion boards. Those are due when they're due, because there's no purpose in posting to a discussion board after the week has ended and nobody else is ever going to see it. So those are 0 if you don't post by the end of the week. Best way to communicate with me is my Davenport email. I do check that. I do have a day job, but I do check my Davenport email at least 2, usually 3 times a day. We'll get back to you within 24 hours. There is a help desk discussion board that if the question pertains to everybody, it's a public question, go ahead and post it there. I do put my cell phone in the there's an instructor bio section. My phone's in there. If it's kind of a crisis, it's an emergency, it's fine to call me. 1 or 2 students do every term, and it's no big deal. That's my job. This is our course. You're going to need to put in some time. It's a lot in only 7 weeks, but I know you're capable. You've come this far. Now you just need to finish the job. You need to complete this course and graduate. And I know that I know you have the skills. I know you have the ability. So now you just need to do it. So I look forward to working with you, and let's get started.